Hello, you, and welcome to my shout-out, tag, question, and audience interaction video spectacular! So tonight, I have once again been tagged for a video, this time by the almighty MinutiaMinute, and as per previous themes, I am not shirtless tonight, but I am pantless. So, the first tag question would be, what is my guilty pleasure? And this is a concept I've never quite got, because I have transcended beyond guilt. Unless, I do something really stupid. But as far as, reading something, no. Why would I feel guilty about it? I don't know. I think a lot of people come from this a different way. The closest thing I think to that is for a while I realized I was picking up a lot of Batman titles. Not even so much for me, but to be relevant on Bat Chat. And I kind of realized I'm not liking these so much, so I'm kind of rearranging priorities. I always feel like I should be just reading more than what I am, and recently, with the last tag, the what's on your pull list, I'm watching pretty much everyone's pull list videos that come across my desk, as it were, and I just feel like I'm not reading most of the books that people are reading, and I want to read more of them, but I also realize I probably wouldn't enjoy them all that much. So I'm just kind of like, well, I would, but I don't, and most of them are $3.99. I'm like, well, is that worth it to me? I don't know. So I just wish there was a better way to do it, but if you don't read it, that week, you're not in on the discussion, and it's just that whole deal. And so, yeah, no. But in the end, no guilt books for me, really, at all. So, yeah, if I don't like something, I drop it as soon as possible. If I like it, I read it. And it's a lot more likely that there's stuff out there that I like that I just haven't picked up yet for XYZ reason. Then, what is asked in this rather short tag, what book is there out there that I should be reading that I'm not? And it's more of a type of book for me. There's a lot of European and more indie books that I feel like I should be reading and I want to read. And there's some stuff like Cerebus, and I own some Cerebus and haven't read it because it's a bear to read, a lot of those for me. There's some of the weird European stuff, and I have some to read, but not a lot. And for instance, someone told me to go read Metabarons, and I want to read it, but it's basically $60. I can find it for $40 for the trade, and that's it. But it's all in or nothing, and that's maybe 2 weeks, 1.5 weeks worth of comics for me. Just boom, right there, additional. And I don't know. That's a lot to go in on something that you're not sure whether you're going to like it or not. Obviously, it's highly recommended. I doubt I'd hate it, and there's a lot behind it, so it's not going to just be something. But I just feel like there's a lot of that stuff I want to get into, but I'm also just kind of too cheap to do it. But it's not like I don't read a lot of comics either. So, I don't know, I feel kind of weird about that, and I want to get to it, slowly. Sometimes you make the time, or it's been a light month, or you're just feeling like you want to read something really different, then you go pick some of that stuff up, and then you read it, and then there you go. So, I don't know, I feel like it's more not what I should have read by now, but what I will read, and as I'm getting older, my tastes kind of veer a little more that way and a little less away from, the big two. Clearly not drastically, but here and there I tend to prefer something a little different. Also because I've just read so much of the superhero stuff by now that it doesn't seem always as exciting unless there's something special about it. But apparently, I took an hour of poor MinutiaMinute's life after who knows how long. So, my good friends, I have a request for you. So what's the game plan? Well, what I'm requesting of you, the humble audience member, is in lieu of my comic reviews tonight, because I cannot perform. You will hear in a minute, but I request of you to go onto Google Plus, or even in this video, do both. Take it to Twitter. Do it all over. Plus Minutia Minute, so it tags the Minutia Minute man. And then hashtag what would Wednesday's cereal say? WWWSS. And we just need to bombard him, post it once, post it twice. We need to let him know this is the video the people want. And what we're doing is, because I took an hour of this poor man's life, I am not going to be doing any comic reviews this week. I know! And I had things to say. There's a new Deadpool. Amazing things happened in Rachel Rising. Just all over the board. And so, in a way, he may have robbed you of just such a quality comic review that what we're going to do is get the numbers there and request that he tries to postulate what I would have said in the stead of wasting his time. We'll just save him the review, right? Yeah, that's how that's going to work. So, I have responded to the tag. I've given you the audience participation with the hashtag. And what we're going to be doing is going to tie in. So, along with the tag, I would also like to tag Oddfellow's Thoughts and Sleepy Reader and Reader 1717, who, if you haven't seen her recent video, she did an awesome photo thing for this Rachel Rising contest. You should all go check that out. I also like her to respond to this tag. And I'm going to tie this in with the shout out. So I'm tagging you, but Fozzie Wazzie, who has been a friend and common commenter of the program for the longest time. He's been putting out some videos, and it's refreshing to see a fresh face with his opinions his own and so much, and it shall be great to see his response to a shorter tag, and maybe get him to do some chops of, some 5 minutes videos where we all had to start out. Oh, and there is also Mr. CDC. CDC can't... It's going to be a question. I will be having a live chat with him a Monday night, President's Day. So I'm sure you're all going to be rereading that recent Deadpool launch arc to get in the mood. And we'll be having a one-off. The premise is mostly for me to be getting to know him better, asking questions, and it'll be a good conversation time to be had by all. So tonight, because I cannot waste any time for anyone with my meager comic reviews, so saith Minutia Minute. Remember, hashtag WWWSS. We will be bidding you adieu, we being me and my ego, and I hope you all have a stellar week.